Now look, I heard the black community was boycotting Asian-owned businesses. A lady been driving around showing how all the nail shops in her area is empty. And I'm starting to feel like I think we're onto something. I think this boycott might be exactly what the black community needs. And I think it's working, y'all. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly why I think it's working and some of the next steps we can take to continue to make this boycott a successful one. So if you guys are interested in that, please be sure to keep on watching. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jade and welcome to our channel, Get Into the Black, where we talk about life, business, and culture our way from Puerto Rico to the world. If you're unfamiliar, what started this whole boycott of Asian businesses is because a young boy by the name of Cyrus was killed by a Asian store owner because he thought the young man, our young boy, had stole something, but it ends up he didn't. He thought he stole a bottle of water. So mind you, this is all started because of theft of a bottle of water, right? They thought he stole a bottle of water, and it comes out he did not steal anything. And the Asian owner got off. He's free. And mind you, this apparently, rumor has it, not the first time he has done some stuff like this. So he's literally, again, we're talking about the terrorizing of black communities. I talked about it last in my Chud the Builders video. People are literally harassing the black community, literally shedding our blood. Because, I can't say certain things on here constantly, and I use the word once. But they're doing these things to us and no one's being held accountable. So it's time for us. You talking about law and order. It's time for us to get some law and order around here. And first things first is these Asian businesses, because you're actually within community with us. I know everyone's like, oh, why aren't y'all going after white people? First off, did we forget about Target? We go after white people all the goddamn time. Do not talk to black Americans about who we going after, because we always going after somebody, okay? You do us wrong, we gonna get you, okay? We coming for you, and we don't know how, but just know when we get together, because we are that one people that we actually come together. We actually join together when we need to, okay? And people know that, okay? So there really is a woman who has been driving all around her neighborhood, showing all the different nail shops in her area and how they all been completely empty.
Nobody's in there. Let's start boycotting them first, especially if you're in the IE. Okay, here goes Herbal Nails number 2. Not even 2-3 miles from the last one I went to. Look at that. We ain't in there. Look at that. They open. You see that? You see the door open, right? We ain't in there. Ha! IE, we ain't playing.
Cause this is a little crazy, because I remember growing up, these nail shops used to be busy. I haven't been to a nail shop in a while, so I really can't speak on how many people go to them, but I'm sure I believe her when she says that these businesses typically are busy. And what I find interesting though is that like all of them were pretty much empty, and the parking lots were empty, which shows that people are not even patronizing the other places in the area, which interesting. So is it working? I don't know, but I can't say this. I don't know if what we're currently doing is working in regards to a boycott, but I do think we're onto something when we say that we're going to boycott these businesses. And I think we're onto something based how people have been reacting. I've seen a crazy amount of reactions, from people being angry to people trying to negotiate with us to Asian people who agree with us, but they just want to make it clear that they're not those kind of Asians. What I find interesting though is with everyone's reply or reaction to this idea of a boycott is people all tend to agree on these couple of things. One anti-blackness does exist within the Asian community. And I mean, can the Asian community really disagree with that? Because wasn't it just a few months ago on TikTok, it was going viral where the Asian community was basically dragging each other for their anti-blackness. So I'm like, they really can't deny that there is anti-blackness within their community, because we all know that the first thing racists like to do is deny that racism exists. But that's not something that the Asian community can deny, because we are in too close proximity to them. We feel it, even if it is not always overt forms of racism. Even though I would say things such as following people around grocery stores and things like that, that is very much so should be considered overt forms of racism. But I feel like as Black people, we have become so conditioned to being treated like that we don't even think about it. It's something we put in movies. It's something that we kind of discuss, but it's just more or less like a way of life for us at this point. We're used to being followed. I guess we're just that great, you know? Wherever we go, people follow. Y'all stay in Black people business, okay? So it is what it is. But I do find that interesting that no one's denying the anti-Blackness. Another thing that I find interesting too is that at the end of the day, it feels like all of them are trying to talk us out of doing it. The ones that stand out the most to me are where people are taking the stance of kind of like, I wouldn't say begging us, but like really bargaining with us and trying to take this empathetic stance that they understand, but they're like, but it's not us. And you don't want to group in the good people with the bad people. But I have to agree with this British woman. She says that at this point, they're just collateral damage. And I mean, this is true. But I mean, at the end of the day, we all saw Sinners, right? And it was very clear that the Asian community is going to do what is good for them. So we have to make sure that we hold them accountable. Everybody want to be people of color. Okay, let me show you what being a person of color looks like if you want to be in this rainbow coalition, so to say, you know? So we got to really hit them in their pockets, okay? We got to hit them in the pocket. So this boycott has to happen. And the way everyone's reacting to the information shows that this is most importantly something that really needs to happen. Okay. We need to take this serious. This is our time. But with that, it comes the responsibility of organizing. And that's what brings us into what are we doing next? What's happening next? Next steps. What we doing, y'all? Because we got to get this together because we're clearly onto something. So we have to make sure that our efforts are not in vain and that we were able to utilize this moment and this idea to really advocate and get something for us. Make these people actually denounce racism and anti-blackness and really actually work for the things that they have in this country. And I'm not saying that the Asian community doesn't work for things. Let me get that clear. What I am saying is that they benefit inherently by the racism embedded within this country and I would say global politics. They benefit from it tremendously, but it's about that time that they pay for what they have been benefiting from. So we need to gather locally. We used to use the church to be able to do this. And I don't know, maybe we're going to have to use the church again. And I say that because one, we're used to that and we know how easy it is to do that. But we could make sure that every church has one person of the congregation who is responsible for identifying the Asian-owned companies within that community. And what people are going to do is boycott those businesses. We need to do this strategically because what we want to do is have a list of demands that we have for these Asian businesses and people who are directed to help keep these Asian businesses accountable. And that's by making sure that whatever our demands is that we decide, and that's why I think it should be local, because based on local needs, whatever those needs are in that local community should be expressed in the list of demands that they have from these businesses. We were talking about earlier how I know that this is going to be something that hurts them. It's our buying power. Okay, we kind of discussed it earlier. It's our buying power. Black people have a tremendous buying power in this economy. And I say, really just stop and think about that. Think about that. As we continue to build this out and we work locally, you know, and we put together that list of demands, okay? We need a list of alternatives for people so that people can still get the things that they want. And I know some of them are easy. So, like, if you normally go to the nail salon, now will you be looking for a new nail tech? What I find interesting, though, is that we might have a new business model emerging where press-on nails are going to be being used. I seen a woman posting about it, about how she wants to open up a salon, and their main thing is doing press-on nails. And if you are a press-on nail girly, so I tried to dibble and dabble. I ain't officially wore any, but they are not the press-on nails of our grandmas, okay? People are doing amazing things with press-on nails, and I'm actually interested. I had made an appointment for a girl to install some press-on nails for me, but it never worked out, okay? And that's the thing. Black business owners, this is your time, all right? We are going through this Black cultural renaissance movement right now. And just like the original Black Harlem Renaissance, where everyone else was going through a Great Depression, but the Black community was thriving. Yeah, we're about to do that again. We're about to do that again. Okay. We are about to be redirecting our money into our community. We have what they say a 1.5 trillion buying power. Imagine if we just upped it, okay? Whatever we're currently doing now, where we circulate within the Black community, which they say is not a lot, we're about to change that. Because if we just change that by just 5%, guys, 5%, that would make an immense change for our community, okay? This is not going to be a moment of convenience. So that means there's going to be some things that we do that is going to be inconveniencing to us. Okay, y'all, but we're going to do it. We're going to continue to do this. I'm going to be bringing you guys some more videos on this. So please make sure, if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, you'll most certainly like this one. And until next time, stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay Black. This is Jade, and you're watching Get Into the Black. Bye-bye.